like if you could handpick the agent comfort for each of these players, they get it on this map.
And neither one of these teams has changed their composition. They're sticking with their guns, and in that sense, sticking with what they're comfortable with.
Yeah, so I guess, yeah, coming away from this, if Heretics continue to look shaky on a composition in which comfort is key, both like in terms of strategy, comfortable with double initiator, and in terms of individual comfort, then that's going to raise some question marks for me for their future in Kickoff and also this year.
And on the opposing side, we had a brief conversation about Levin, right? Being able to perform on the jet. Obviously, we know he's great defensively, but like I said, we didn't get to see their attack. But if anything, this should be good for them.
I think that was a nearly 300 ACS performance the last time he was on the jet, so I'm expecting big things in this jet head-to-head.
Do you ever wonder, like, maybe you're setting the expectations too high?
I mean, I don't think he should be expected to get 300 ACS.
I'm just making clear.
But, you know what I mean? Like, you know.
299?
299.
Okay, that's more realistic, absolutely. Well, my question then for you both is, how are we expecting each of these comps to go up against each other on the vid? Actually, I'm going to throw that question to the casters instead because they're ready. So, Pansy and Hypebot, let me know about the composition.
I mean, we could do that. We could do that.
Why should you throw us under the bus?
I don't know, man. Like, we're not analysts. I'm just here to be entertaining. That's all I got. But anything about the comp standing out to you? Because it does look very comfortable, I guess. But that's not a thrilling way to talk about it, right?
It's crazy to say, KC in unfamiliar territory, which is being comfortable and confident with the composition. But I do think it's like Levin here, where he's probably struggled elsewhere in terms of maybe timings, maybe just some other things for KC on the attack. Here, back on the jet, I think he's allowed to stand on his own 2 feet and kind of do his own thing. There's been certain instances of like Levin being so far ahead of the rest of the team, and whether that's an IGL, a calling issue, or mid-rounding, or anything like that. Here, I think it's probably going to be safe to say he's able to do his thing.
Yeah, and I'm with you in that, because we've had a couple of question marks about KC kind of, let's say, with the in-game leadership, getting that right, and kind of similar to what Benji was almost alluding to with trying to get comeback assimilated to the roster, but a very quick approach through middle. And
look how many Heretics players are here.
Bloody hell, Rien's could have been on for that, but Doja going to do well to take down Rien's, but there's still more, right? There's a lot of bodies behind this. He's going to find 3 extra. Down to a 3v2. 2 left for Heretics to try and figure this one out.
Themselves a comfortable plant here. Boo and Comeback still quite a ways away from this.
Spike planted.
Boo going to find himself an upgrade here. Okay, so you haven't taken much space away, but they are tucked in quite close to spawn here in a high-low. Shados just resetting a little bit to watch the flank.
Concealment.
Gonna need an over-delivery from one of these two, aren't we? Comeback, been good. He's been really good. And the eyes turned for a second for KC's numbers, standing very favorably. And
Dosia, man.
I mean,
going in huge. What an insane mirror, though, on the pistol to have so many players from Heretics set up. Maybe just kind of matching plans a little bit. But yeah, I mean, Dosia's done fantastic to get 2 in that situation. Well, a 3rd on the round, but 2 there towards top mid. KC with a little pep in their step, kick things off. This is where you'd expect to see it as well on Abyss with, I mean, yes, it's Liquid on the other side of that result, but a 13-2 result nonetheless.
Yeah, and again, for me, I just want to see the evolution of KC here. You know, as I said, they've always been very creative, and that feels like an insult. But going back to basics, they have firepower. You see it in the players, you see it in how they approach it. In comfortable roles, we could see it really find some form here. Sadly for Heretics, that's going to be a hard situation to handle.
Certainly is, where they're obviously a team that needs to do, well, I mean, they've said it themselves, a lot of work on certain aspects of their game this year already. Boo's not seen anything just yet. So KC still anticipating further aggression, but now we'll regroup outside B. You know, all 3 members of Heretics have made their way over this side, but going to have their hands full in terms of this site here.
Yeah, it's only
well invested, actually. It's only Shados with a pistol.
Yeah, so I guess for KC, they can't really afford to lose too much. You don't want to see them lose players, right? That's kind of the marker of clean success. So let's see how they handle this one. There is obviously threat, even if it's just classics, and there's one to fall, right? Any more, it gets dangerous. Luckily, they batten down the hatches, they keep things clean, and Rien's trying to do the dance, but I think is for a little bit numbered. Hold on, he's working that out.
Yeah.
Nice try.
11 down to just 6 HP. Chance to take away another rifle to soften this bonus, but...
Does this feel like we are seeing KC just going back to basics? And I don't want it to sound like a negative, but compared to other kickoff starts and other, you know, approaches to the game, or...
Yeah, I guess so. For me as well, the focal point of that statement being Levin on the jet, right? It's back to where there's a little less input required from Shados. I'm not saying he's had massive issues, but
no.
Especially with the way Dosha's been playing, man. I think there's an example now, especially with, well, actually everybody else on this roster. Once you put them in comfort roles and allow them to kind of do things on their own within some of these rounds. Hang on a sec. God, come back.
Again.
Had a huge opportunity here, but it's shut down. Rien's to find a response.
Benji's gone into the mix here. This could be good, but the flash is eaten, forced away. Stays alive, fortunately, but they've got the cross. Nice refight, and Sugetsu gets caught kind of in between no man's land. Plant cancelled. Oh, Aves is in trouble here, man. Can they find any stability? I don't know if they can get this plant down. Maybe another attempt here?
Heretic's probably just waiting for a sound cue to be able to make moves in here. Flash is ready from Wu, but nobody overstepping just yet, Benji. Gonna find Shados, just Aves left.
Yeah, and again, just simply numbers game at that point. Well done, 4 players there staying alive. Heretics, that was a necessary round, it felt, as well, keeping numbers up.
But definitely seeing the pistol round here, this is something Heretics are very, very happy to do, is explore top mid very quickly. They're obviously in a position to shut this down before there's any pressure into the back lines. And we can really wrap A site as easily. Obviously, there's a big gap to kind of close towards spawn there, so... And Heretics already showing that they don't have to come up with these issues, or the answers on the fly, because seeing the pistol, it looks as if that address is already there.
Yeah, we have to see how this just develops on, because I still don't think we know exactly where these two teams sit, if I'm honest. Don't know the highs yet. I think we've seen some of the lows, if I'm honest, but that high-level potential of, as I said, bringing comeback into a role that works really with him, bringing the rest of the roster with Heretics onto the same page, yet to see that fully find its place. Obviously, same scenes almost on the other side in a mirror way, but with the in-game leadership of Shados there, and a couple new additions, obviously, to round it out. So, plenty of moving parts. But now you can see it there, conversation with Shados, trying to get the ducks in order.
Much slower approach here, but 4 members of Heretics lent over towards the B side. And Dosia are the only one with an ultimate just yet. This could be an absolute brawl for the B site.
It certainly could be, but the amount of bodies sat on this side of the map, it feels like already a win for Heretics.
Yeah, I mean, Levin has to go huge if he's to dash in here.
He's pretty far, but they're kind of sitting back on contact. I don't know if he's... it looks like with that paranoia. Yeah, sent right in. Wu trying to help out a bit, but by this point, they're already on site. It feels like a survival game here.
30 seconds
They've managed to carve a path, but there's 4 players on the same side of the map. They're sat here like this. And still standing, I don't know how there's no fight breaking out yet. They finally turned on the flash, but it's Levin. You said he had to go big, and he does. 3 huge kills, and the site's still not safe, still got issues everywhere. And that's going to make it easier, at least for KC, as Rien's...
I think you spotted Rien's there, but Sugetsu with a decent idea, and obviously Aves holding this angle now. That could be a huge shock though.
I mean, Rien's, out of all the players, you give him a bit more room to work, right? You give him a second. Aves 16, Shadow 7. Sugetsu's position though, checkmate. 2 kills in the round, and KC carry on as they mean to. And again, got to highlight it there. How many players they had on that side of the map?
Yeah, it gets a little bit awkward because the timing comes perfectly. I think just as that was about to happen, Boo places a star, and that's what kind of spurs on this flash out from Aves and sets Levin in motion. But again, if they just pause for another second or two, there's a chance for Heretics to be the one to crunch back on.
Let's go!
But asked for it, Levin, huge delivery there in round 4. Now got the Blade Storm online.
And now look at the money on Heretics. This is a round yourself with you. Try and maybe get the read on this, and Hunter's Fury...
Very proactive here with the
yeah,
ultimate.
maybe just try and send them down with some aggression. Wood's got the reward of 1, but there's so many bodies still around. KC not really dismantling the stack, keeping numbers on that B side, and Levin looking to try and even things out, but at this point, they have managed to fall back towards deep side.
Yeah, I think KC probably anticipating a couple of extra bodies behind that, but
Can't use that yet.
with the trade coming so early, can't really take the space, and now everyone except Aves looking to capitalize on that.
He can sell him.
Yeah, I mean, dealing with the camera just here now.
maybe trying to get active, get Benji able to drop another weapon, give that over to someone else, but...
Arvez has got a great read on the map, though, anticipating the mid-push here.
They might get a little bit of timing. No, I think that just passed. And Sugetsu fully...
I think Arvez relaying that information perfectly.
I mean, looking where he's looking, yeah, I think I'm with you on that. And it's all about timing. They've kind of got the beat on 2 of the 3 players alive. And for Heretics, not really getting into the swing of things, it feels like here. Not too threatening yet. Benji, the one with the hero rifle.
The flash as well.
Ooh, comes out on top of that fight. Hold on. Still having a biff on this, but they do need to get past Sugetsu, who looks solid as hell. Holding this back line like it's nothing. So, Boo unable to get an upgrade, but finally getting a little more interested, and Boo doing well, taking down Shadow. Suddenly, we might have a round on our hands. Benji, you got something for us here, bud. That's 2 players to lock down. He ain't got it in him. Sugetsu having a moment there, and it was a dangerous threat of a round in the end.
Definitely is. 4 big kills from Sugetsu to find the 4th for KC. Again, Arvez doesn't get confirmation here, but just in terms of, like I said, relaying the information, the timings, and what he's seen elsewhere, KC don't necessarily overheat towards site, which is the important aspect. And probably one of the key indicators of maybe an aspect of KC's game they struggle with. Jados really tempering that pace and understanding what to do and when in the round.
It's quite interesting watching kind of an experienced player walk into the IGL role, right? You don't know quite their identity as an in-game leader yet.
There was a quote I was waiting to drop, but I think Mini said the other day, it's like Eng said previously, Shados was the smartest player he's ever played, or something along those, I'm sure he'll probably correct me, but something along those lines. And it's like, if a coach has faith in a player like this to really stretch their legs within a role and then give them kind of rule of the roost, basically.
Yeah, full faith.
And what I was just about to say a couple of rounds ago, in a roster that on paper, you look at this is kind of 4 players outside of Shados, well, Shados included in this, but 4 players that can stand on their own 2 feet. I mean, you've got Sugetsu, who arguably is just one of the best last man standings of many of the rosters.
We're see it here already,
And Dosia as well, who's already shown us that he's very self-sufficient. Levin, if it is an agent issue and a composition issue, maybe that can be cleaned up a little bit with just some good results under his belt within this roster. And Arvez, who, again, it's just shown his hand at being very versatile and being able to do his own thing. This previous round being a perfect example.
Yeah, and I don't think his work is necessarily numerically shown yet, if I'm honest. He's yet to get off the starting blocks, but again, that positioning, that great timing on presence.
But put him on a Phoenix.
So yeah, it's quite fun to watch this develop as it goes. There's been some messy games with these boys, though. There has been that, which I think you'll naturally get with a new in-game leader coming in, trying to get everything kind of sorted.
You could also say you naturally get with Eng early on in seasons.
Yes, also fair. Very standard default here, super deep as well. But maybe toying with some expectation. They put a heavy emphasis towards B, maybe starting to read in that investment of utility, additional bodies. There has been that trend of 3 over towards the B site, so maybe looking to explore the weaker side of things, but doesn't look so weak, knowing what's in Comeback's hands. Yet to fully get the ball rolling, though. Only 1 kill so far, so a quiet start, but falling off that first corner.
Right here.
Still consideration from Heretics towards mid. This is certainly going to be a pressure point for them. Levin actually shut down here. Rian's with the spam in. It's basically a freebie to come back. Still looking for an angle here. Again, Heretics should really post up now and try and hold some of these choke points.
I feel like they don't quite know where this is ending yet. Boo's still drifting, but Rian's finding contact towards heaven is a problem. And now it's pretty much, I don't want to say panic stations, but it does get a little bit tougher.
Well, I mean, look what they got in the post here. The Hunter's Fury, still got a shock dart, still got a recon, and the knife from Arvez. Paranoia on top of that as well, actually.
But look at Dosia's position. He's staying shouldered up on this. The other 2 are very disconnected, super deep. Playing outside of expectation and landing it. Followed up. Does he
No way!
He does! Disrespecting Heretics on the playback through and bringing it to this 3v3. And now that utility comes into line.
Shadows can really disconnect from this now. Arvez can find this beautiful.
And there it is. There's the layering on this. Who knows his days are numbered? That was stunning.
Played to perfection. Again, an example here of KC really managing the resources very well. And again, an example where Dosia put him forwards. He can frag man, put him in the corner. He still delivers 2. We talked about it in the pistol round. No way he should get away with a second.
The fact he gets the follow-up here. Oh, I thought Boo, I imagine Boo thought he had him dead to rights, but Now we're
coming out of the TP animation as well.
We've been quite complimentary of KC here, but I also now need to put my attention towards Heretics. They haven't really been keeping up with this. They haven't been able to handle the level we're seeing coming out of KC.
Arvez is going to reveal at least one member of Heretics. Come back. Going to take some space away here. Actually tagged down 10 HP. I don't think he found a... Actually, yeah, Arvez did take one shot, but certainly nothing to act upon. Boo, lucky to get away with his life there on that timing. Some of the utility being stripped away here. It's got Benji interested for sure.
Oh, that's nice. Go on, Benji. You got 5 HP, though. Might have run its course here, just so low as KC flood the site. We've seen them do great work. Couldn't quite get the follow-up. So Arvez, again, creates security on the site. Smokes go up. 3 players remaining. It's the Sheriffs, of course, but you'd love to do a bit more here. And Arvez already got remaining. Happy with this one. Farms it up. And for Rien's, masterful, yes, but 4
it's
players is a lot.
Yeah.
Yes. And especially on this side of the map, I don't think he's got much here, sadly. No, he certainly doesn't. Levin gonna make sure of it. Do we see a double timeout first half here for Heretics?
I would imagine so, yeah. But the positive being we've seen Heretics with a couple of very proactive setups to some of these rounds, but now, unfortunately, the scoreline going to make things a little harder to justify in terms of taking risks towards mid or even challenging some of this pressure that KC are leaning into. Not going to see it here. Obviously going to have the buyback in. Comfortable position in terms of the ultimates here for Heretics. On the other side, no command and a TP for KC.
Yes, this should do.
Op in hand now for comeback. Does he go hunting?
Posture up, but the problem is that it looks like a tempo change, and it's Benji and Rien who are going to be...
Benji's caught in this no command as well.
He can't do anything. Site's open, site is available, and Levin's going looking. He's got his target, drops the body, sees a follow-up, can't quite get that one down. Rien's holds the line well enough to at least trade in and keep it within maybe the realms of reality, but oh, look at this. Look how far away Sugetsu already was. The comeback's getting curious. 1-7 though, Mike. It's not been a hot start.
Let's have the knives here. A couple of flashes available for Wu as well. Now they know Dosius solo on the site. I was going to say, if comeback goes to challenge here.
Yeah, he's going looking, but there's a bit of time between this.
Well, they can stall so much here.
Yeah, he's not found him on the site. Back. Who's just been good, but what a shot! Beheading out by A-Main. Flash and a check. He's got to know Sugetsu's around here. Got the utility. Can play this to time. But how do you get past comeback? Locked in. Yeah, he's going to land that one. Heretics finally stemming the bleed. It was a drought of rounds.
You don't.
We'll stick the landing here. Just maybe a couple of seconds either way. Get if Sugetsu's got a further forward position. But, I mean, Rien's finds 2 kills in the blink of an eye here. 11 and Shados. It's tough, really, for Doshu as well to give up that much space on site. Just kind of has to get onto a passive angle, unfortunately. Comeback able to isolate both players. And the buy is still, yeah, it's semi-protected. I mean, Sugetsu the only one struggling behind this for KC. Doshu at 12 and 6 as well.
Man, he's doing work. I like the comeback's trying to get a bit more active, a little bit more versatile. Switch up of setup as well for Benji. And Boo with first contact on Shados.
They're trying to probably figure out where Benji's setup is right now. It's going to be a much... Levin's found Woot there. Yeah.
I don't know if Woot was just a little...
But he must have been on top, but I mean, the kill marker's down to the side, but... What, the challenge over the top of the smoke there?
Yeah, maybe. Hopefully we'll catch it on a replay there, because I'm quite curious, because it looked like, actually, KC were changing their minds, maybe not fully focused on hitting this B site.
It was on the moment KC were looking to pivot,
yeah. So I don't know how they've caught that, because that might open up a new chance, right? Comeback still trying to be attentive towards middle. He's not really got a challenge down here. We can see the rotation of Sugetsu, who feels like the marker of commitment almost. And Boo would be waiting. Comeback is here now. Dividing this 2 apiece on both sides of the map, and just on the other side being Shados here. Hunter's Fury.
30 seconds left.
Blind Hunter's Fury and a tag. That's very impressive. Rien's gonna catch, but that's the go signal. Oh, and that's a shot! Boom! Bangs out 2 of them! Now a 2v2 though. They've got to know there was presence still on that A site.
How far can Levin go though?
I mean, he's... I
He's
think he
actually
tempted
backing it right,
himself,
yeah.
I almost wanted him to go further, but the timing's going to be everything. He's got a smoke to play to and to get to on the site. The timing, he's gone away with daylight robbery already.
Big info for Levin.
Levin, when do you swing? When do you play? Do they even think about it? Rien's and Benji, do you dare? You don't even see it coming, Levin! Brilliant positioning. Hell, I thought Boo might have had that one done enough to find 2. Wasn't the case.
Tanking the fragment, but still delivering 2 kills here. And even that first blood, not really. Oh, it's just, as the smoke drops, there's a cloud burst to the side. I thought that was more central there. Levin looking to obviously cut silence for them to pivot away. Yeah, beautiful stuff from Boo, but Levin able to capitalize on some of the freedom behind this B site hold. It was just Boo anchoring.
Man.
Just back down. I mean, Perch is not going to be there for round 10. KC obviously reading into that very well.
I mean, they look so comfortable hitting that B site. I feel like a top. I mean, they look comfortable.
Look at the assist on that for Benji, man.
Just got the whole team in support, apparently. It's quite impressive to see. If this is what KC can start looking like, way more exciting to watch.
If you see this coordination carried across to other maps as well, this is sort of hinting at what the ceiling of this roster could be. Obviously,
just looking at Levin here, still. Man, everyone's hitting today. They are hitting shots on the KC side. They've done their warm-up. They've done their work. And it's showing an in-zone flawless. I'm a little stunned here. We're seeing probably a really big upswing from Doja, who's been great, to be fair. A really, standout player. Can't really deny that. But seeing Levin at the same time, just that 1-2 punch, and then everyone else fulfilling their role diligently. I mean, what are you meant to do?
It was actually just back inside.
Oh, man. Yeah, double timeout now.
I mean, it's tough to really characterize what's going wrong for Heretics here, because I just think we're seeing such an upswing once more. Same map that we saw versus Liquid. KC looking back in the comfort zone, which is where, some of the criticisms we saw elsewhere when we were casting the game on Split, it's like they don't have a direction. It doesn't look like they have solid ideas, and nobody's really even committing to some of these ideas that don't look great.
Yeah.
So certainly here, a way more cohesive approach from KC. Unfortunately, Heretics now back in a position where we're asking for a response.
And it's got to be frustrating as well, coaching staff-wise, because we haven't seen the good side of Heretics in a while. They've made changes. That's taking time then to come together.
Obviously, Heretics come into this with preparation, right? And that's why it can be a little disheartening to then say, well, okay, I don't know if they've worked hard or specifically on this, or this is an expectation in terms of the veto. Obviously, you come into this now, whatever you've worked on has kind of just been shut down, and you're back in that position where Heretics don't historically look great at coming up with problems kind of in round, throughout halves, throughout an entire map in terms of weird comps coming out, and that's why it's tough to watch.
Yeah, it is. I mean, and in the nicest way, Heretics have been on the right side of the map a lot of times. They've had the right stacks, but couldn't really do much about it. 11 looking to get invested and involved, but it's a one-bomb trade on both sides. Boot's still trying to control in middle as well. And Heretics trying to play crunch on this. Look over towards the connector. Benji's there, Comeback's there. Now Drone still only going to see one. 11 strikes though. Denies Benji and looking for a follow-up. Shados has his back. 11's there. It is systematic in middle. And Boo.
Well, I mean, Sugetsu is just running away with the map now. Yep. This is the issue. If Heretics commit more bodies to these mid-crunches, Sugetsu, perfect read on the situation to be able to slip the net, relay some really valuable information. Boo seems to have an idea. We'll find it. Still, a 1v3 behind this. Well, 1v2.2, maybe.
Yeah.
Shados clinging to life, but has Hunter's Fury. Don't expect him to be coming forward. There's always that absolute last bastion.
And look at Levin's position too. Boo? I mean, do your thing, I guess. Try it out. Not gonna happen, but try it out, Levin. did very well there, but oh, it feels... I miss Heretics, man.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of the investment there, they're going to come into round 12 basically broke, or oh, well, not going to be able to muster up a full purchase. I guess maybe a vain attempt to get the Hunter's Fury to, I don't know.
We're clutching at
yeah, desperation mode.
And it's just, it does feel a shame because at their highs, Heretics is such a good team to watch. And I think Weber's reaction shows a lot of it.
Yeah,
there.
that's probably more indicative of what we're talking about, right? This is, you know, if we plan for this, this is not what we practice. We're not playing our own game. And
but we hear that a lot. It's like, but in prac, we got it all right. Everything worked out. You hear it from other teams. Don't think it's just a Heretics thing, but that whole like, in practice it was fine. They knew what the plan was, but it came to the game and suddenly they've forgotten it. It's not happening. It's not working out. It feels like that, but over and over again. Again, I'd love an extended chat with the coaching staff, but Levin, it's just the executor. Boo's dead to rights. Boo's barely been in these rounds, man. He's been trying. I think he's the top of the board maybe for Heretics, but at this point, KC are running through them. They're making it look too simple, too easy. The calling's been great. The individuals have been great. It's a good upswing for KC. And you can see why. Levin is absolutely on a tear. A brilliant game from him. 18 kills already. Unbelievable. Benji would nearly have to double his score to get this round even possible. And it's not going to happen. 10-2. It's not a pretty half, Mike.
No, it's absolutely
not a pretty half.
No, KC looking as if they've done a lot of work to continue with the successes they previously showed us on Abyss, and everything looks like it's starting to fall into place.
Your body knows. A sense of victory. Seized when mind, movement, and gear ignite as one. Now, step into your zone. Designed to win.
Well, KC fans, you now have a map and a couple of players that are putting up numbers for you. It feels like we don't know where they stand overall sometimes. We still struggle to kind of pin down KC's highs and lows and what makes it all come together at the right time. Here, on that first half, it was perfect.
I mean, looking like a different team. Let's be real. They come back as well, obviously struggling in this first half. But, I mean, when you've got Levin basically running you down, and Arvez, again, 15 assists. And that's not just off knives. We're seeing so many little flash plays out of smokes. Obviously, then the last round there behind the divide as well to catch, I believe it was Rien's, but Arvez putting in work to set Levin up, and which is something we talked about, Levin being ahead of the pack and not having that support system in place. Here it's obviously something KC have worked on, and it's paying dividends.
If Heretics don't get this pistol, it might be the first nail in the coffin. And look at the quick flank and look at the quick positioning coming from Levin. As long as he can buy time on the site, that'd be fantastic. Boo's done well to take away Arvez, so some of that support's gone. Those are still alive here. The flank is on the way, and they don't seem any wiser, and they still don't know. How is he getting away with it? Dozier from up above gets two.
One enemy remaining.
They were absolutely clueless, so Benji has to save the day. He's got two players to locate. Levin.
I have retrieved the spike.
Spike's there. Doesn't, I think, show. Oh, Levin might get an angle on this. He does. Yeah, just a little look. Drags him off the plant.
Tag.
Benji's trying to put in a shift here. Maybe eyes up where Sugetsu is. Can't quite note it yet.
HP. He's already tagged up. So 11, yeah, would have had an angle onto that, but KC just waiting.
Patience. Very disciplined.
Planted the spike.
Timing now. Sugetsu knows. He hugs that wall, he's safe for a second. Nothing to be done there. Body shots for days. KC,
I mean,
can't above.
just again, another situation, a third situation in the same map where Dosiu's got away with 2. He's revealed on the site. And again, they see where the paranoia comes from.
Was there a paranoia or a flash that came in? Was it a flash maybe from Aves? I'm trying to think. So I think
yeah, there was a flash outside.
Right?
Yeah, but regardless, even just seeing that, I don't know if they think that during the paranoia he's just TP'd away or got out of here, but
oh yeah,
there's nobody looking top here. There's nobody to the backside on. Just really bizarre. And like I said, their sidelines are cut on the way in, but they get the confirmation.
Ah, that's rough. That is really
But like I
rough.
said, there's another.
Yeah, it's
another round. Dosiu gets 2.
This guy's damn good.
Oh, Michael Dublé.
He can be the Michael Dublé of the day. 11 forced off, and it just looks direct from Heretics. Just going to buy up, Stingers out. Let's just either get in, get this over with, get it done, or try and do something. Here we go. Rien still alive, and confident Shados. What's his time in the sun? This is just a massacre. Get him out of this game. It is 12-2, in zone, flawless.
Shados looking fired up there, actually.
He's just standing there in the open, having a biff. Look at him.
Yeah, it feels a little like just, okay, rip the Band-Aid off. Let's get to map 2.
Yep.
Obviously get to, conversely, obviously their comfort zone, historically, being Haven. Eng looking way more chilled out today.
Oh, yeah.
Rightfully so, a 12-2 scoreline here. Heretics still going to try and make something happen here, but... Oh, weapon. Yeah, tagged up. Good information for KC to react. Well, Spike not committed just yet, so Heretics not going to follow through on that opening damage. It's only really Rien's and Comeback the ones with a feasible chance to do damage here. But certainly Sheriff's elsewhere.
Is there just going to be an absolute biff in middle? There is. Comeback's already got down. I think it was just blind. Arve's going to get that pretty much for free, it feels like. Man to the good, make it more! Shados again! I mean, KC! Making better choices than Tenz's award show right now. It's done. This one is wrapped up. Heretics down to just boo. Michael, this has been an absolute one-sided affair and a half.
Yeah, will repeat itself. Arves to seal the deal here. An in-zone flawless to close out 13-2. And what feels like nothing but a GG go next.